everybody, welcome back to Rusty Gears Season 3 episode 25 with me, Sid, and I'm sat here on my raft on the aqueduct we made last episode. Now this is not my design, I've already said this is an extension of Andy's aqueduct. I have added the little side piece onto the edge, which kind of gets rid of that little visual glitch, yeah, we can take a little rafting trip down here, and we can do this either way. Either way works, but yeah, you can just come down here. Now at this point I have added a landing where there's a thing to leave you, or you could put your raft there. I'm going to leave my raft, by the way, because I don't use it anymore, and then you can walk down here. I finished up the ground around here. This kind of merges in, and I used another one of Andy's amazing little chisel pillars, these Greco-Roman pillars, to kind of ground that piece in, and it merges from the granite of the spawn to the sandstone of the Greco-Roman bit, and you know, I'm not sure, sandstone may be a bit jarring against this backdrop, but it works for me. How much this gets used, no idea, but you can jump on there and we can go take the trip all the way down through Andy's tunnel. I might be tempted to just put a little bit of brickwork around that. Just me, I can. You know, there's things. You know, past the Roman graffiti, which was Claudius Maximus was here, I think, or something like that, and a tight corner there, and into what is, I love this. This is actually really, picking a style and then building in it. I've done similar with Minecraft episodes before, but you know, and he started to use the storeroom here. So, oh, I never noticed that it got those little lips on the windows as well. That's interesting. And then you can carry on round, and yeah, it's looking nice. They've been collecting chalk by the looks of it, so I believe the next project is the Roman bathhouse, which yeah, that should be interesting, because of course one of the things the Romans were famous for was their bathhouses. I'm not sure about the Greek bathhouses, but Greek toilets. Was it Roman toilets as well, with a sponge on a stick to wipe your bum? Yeah, I'm very grateful that I live in this century. Sponge on a stick, not my idea of Andrex, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's get this back. So I promised last episode that we were going to work on the desert and desert base, and we are. We're going to work on the desert base because I'm a man of my word, and I have a plan today. The plan for this episode, we're going to start getting some interior done, in addition to the things. And there's a Shino. Yeah, the plan is to try and get some work on a kitchen, and I want a big kitchen. I want a lot of space for this, because with the expanded foods mod, then you know, we have that. So I'll leave that there. That's there for anybody who wants to use it, and I will see you at the desert base. Alright, here we are, and there's a few changes been made. Firstly, I have got banners. I'm not sure whether we were here last time. I got another one of those. That we got from, if I just quickly fly over here, and I have to be aware that this is not, well, it might actually be still protected. I don't know whether I actually picked up my Night Watchman or not, did I? I did. So it's not protected anymore. That's fine. I can take a hit or two. So down here is a translocator, which I do need to open up at some point. There's a broken one, and I wish I could pick that up, but I don't seem to be able to do anything with it, which is a pain. And then you can come through here. There shouldn't be that much, and there was this big old ruin. So this big old ruin here, which is where I originally came in, down that hole. I mean, there's still wooden stuff, but there's I think I've pretty much looted everything in here that's good, apart from maybe the granite itself, which is always nice to have. And there's, you know, there's a few bits and pieces of garbage around, but for the most part, this is the bit we're interested in. And I will get this set up, and we'll open that one up and see where it takes us at some point, not today. But that's where those banners came from, that particular ruin. So, you know, it's a nice ruin to find, and this is starting to fit in and start to feel things. Now, I still haven't chiseled this side of the walls. I still need to do all of this detailing on all of these blocks around the side here, around the side here, up there, no, actually in here, this kind of stuff. You know, there's a little bit of detailing places, but I still have a lot of chiseling to do. But I'm fine. We've got that. This is fine. That's, I have a purpose for that at some point in the future. And of course, all of this stuff down here is all good. We've got lots of stuff, and I actually have got quite a lot of cured red meat. So yeah, and a lot of wine storage for later. And some chesticles and some stuff, and we'll get this all decorated. This is no great rush on that. So, what is the plan for today? Well, I would like my kitchen to be in this part of the building, which means I need a fireplace and a chimney. So we're going to be knocking out some of this wall to put in a large fireplace, probably kind of, you know, 5 or even 7 wide, big fireplace. Now, I realise that in desert cultures the cooking is often done outside, so I'm going to put some of the fire oven things, bakery, yeah, those. I'm going to put some of those outside. But I'm also very much from a Western background, and the idea of a kitchen is very much in my blood, so yes. However, we are going to, and I'm not sure, do I want to do you, let me get out of fly mode, do I want to do you flush, like so? I think probably do. So this will be the half that's got the kitchen in, this will be something else, we'll probably do something over here as well. This lot needs storage, and I do need to actually do something out there, so maybe we can get that going. But you know, I've got a little bit of resource on me, not a huge amount so far. And I think a 4 wide there. Boop. And then similarly like so. And then we just need to curve that around a bit. So that's the usual, you know, let's start with a kind of an arch shape, and we'll chisel that into a proper arch, and this will be the kitchen area. So that is, because then you can just come out here, go downstairs, get into the vault, do the thing, and then we can work on this area and this area over here. Now this is probably, I need to also mark that. And pop these out of the way. because I might as well, while I'm chiseling, do some chisel work over on this side as well and get that arch in, because that will give this space its own identity. You know, the walls give a space an identity. So yeah, first things first, we need to get a chisel and a hammer, and possibly even the thing I should also eat. Lovely. So we're going to we're definitely going to be chiseling there, and there, and we may even do something on this side, but we're going to go and take out that, and then we'll see. I think it would actually be more like that in its curve, and then like that perhaps, which is a fairly yeah, and then we can take it. I'm not going to go much further than this, I don't think. I think this level of detailing is more than adequate. And there. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to do this? Maybe that. Don't think I'll need the well, maybe I will, because then we can perhaps just come in like this. That seems more of a gentle sweeping curve. However, I'm tempted to do that, just to give a little bit. I know it's not, if you were to put this through plots, you are not going to get, you know, anything that looks like this, but didn't get the sound, did I? And then probably that one, which we shall, yeah, I think that works. That's not too bad as a starting point. I just need to come up with something similar. Let me start like that, and then we can do this one independently, can't we? Right, let me get this sorted. I'll be back with you in a moment. Alright, that's all done. So if I'm building a fireplace here, which is going to be, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do it that many. And I can take these walls out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gives me an idea where this is going to go, so let's just quickly fly over. Now here, what I don't want is a chimney coming up there, so what I want to do is slope the chimney across and then perhaps bring it up at the edge here. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned I did the roofs over here as well, the little domed roofs. So yeah, that was done. It works, it's okay. I'm happy enough with that. So we can bring a chimney breast up this kind of thing, take off some of this. I can even reuse this elsewhere, so it's not the end of the world. So what we probably need to do is find some, or make some sandstone bricks. I think that is how I want to make the hoofer, the thing. Or do I do it out of aged? Because we've got quite a lot of this, and that will look. Ooh, claystone might be an interesting contrast. Claystone could very much be an interesting contrast. Let us have a look at this for a second, because we're going to have the fireplace is going to be kind of this. Oh, we can always texture it up later. The uneven nature of that is going to trigger me, I think, but I can always come up on the side as well. That's not a problem. We can work with that. And then we just kind of come up like this, perhaps to start off. And then the actual fireplace itself is going to go, and we're going to go like this. And again, we'll tweak out a lot of these blocks and get some more texture in, because that looks ugly as sin at the moment. And then it will come up like this till we get over the top, and we'll just come a couple of blocks up. Flight makes this so much easier, by the way. Yeah, that's kind of a starting point. Let me flesh that out a little bit, and I shall be back in a mo. Alright, first things first. Chimney, or the fireplace, is now built onto the outside. I haven't gone too mad with the detailing, and I might do a little bit of this. Well, I will do a bit of this work here and here, but where it's not visible, that probably needs to come off. And I've not wasted this. This has basically, where possible, been used on this side, so it's just some chiseling I don't need to do later. So there is that. The top here has got this is a lit chimney from a ruin. You can only obtain these in creative or from a ruin, and I have two. I have one here, and I have one on the beacon fire at the spawn. So yeah, that's I would like some more of those, but beggars apparently can't be choosers. So that is the external look of the chimney, and obviously made to look like it's lit, which is ideal. Inside at the moment it's fairly basic, but again we can address that with a little bit of judicious chiseling. Keep it fairly straightforward. Maybe do that though. and that has the look I'm looking for, which is good, because, you know, if it wasn't the look I was looking for, then I'd have to be in trouble. Right, what do I need? I need let's have a think. We're going to need a cauldron, because that is, you can do small cauldrons and you can do cauldrons, and they're done with moulds. I think I'd like both, to be honest. Why not? I may as well do it in copper, because we have got a lot of copper. Not entirely sure how much that requires, but that will require us to head back to the spawn area for some stuff. I also probably will need to decide on wood. I'm going to go, I think, with oak still, because we've got a reasonable amount of it. And yeah, now this, in terms of the space here, this is odd and so what I'm trying to work out is can I get away with a chandelier about there or there? The problem is, because that's even, it's going to look dodgy. Or I could put it there. That might be a better choice. Lighting isn't critical, because we have the night watcher protecting us out there. So I'm not worried about spawn prevention. I am worried about having it too dark. But that needs to move, and we need to work out what we're going to do in this space here. So let me head back up to spawn and we'll get these cauldrons underway. I think that's probably the first thing we need to do. Back in a moment. I just realised something. Maybe a slight spoiler. She knows Dirt Hut has gone. He's finally moved in. Oh, they grow up so fast. while we're here, I'm going to have a look at this quick look at this treasure hunter, because my silver spears are taking a beating. And you have a silver spear, so I always carry my money with me. I have a fair amount now, because I'm a bit of a tightwad, to be honest. That please, if you don't mind. And what are you buying, by the way? Noble, Prince's waistband. Nothing really that brilliant. Oh, encrusted hats. Could bring some of that stuff back. So noble necklace. I've got an elk painting. I think I've probably got the fish in the rain painting as well. Could bring a gold ingot, but I'm not selling gold even for 4 gears. But I will bring anything like that. Maybe the painting, if I've got anything like that. And maybe emeralds if I've got them. Did I? I didn't purchase. Stupid. Let's try that again. Boop. Buy. And we can put that back into stock, because I like having decent weapons. So, believe it or not, I find it useful. Anyway, let me go and grab that stuff, and we'll, I will see you in a moo. Right, well, first things first, we haven't got any moulds, so that's the first thing we're going to have to knock out. So, for both the small and the large cauldron, what I may do is make myself a few kitchen apparel items while we're at it. We'll do it in the big furnace, because that's a lot faster. And I can keep myself occupied up here while things. This is going to be painful to rate, though. I mean, I know I can use the auto fill, but you know, it's, to be honest, with a mould this big, it's not going to be much better. Now I know Odd Ape made one, and I could have shot down. I'm seeing whether I can borrow his. But yeah, it's always better to have one kicking around, isn't it, somewhere? So this is, now duplicate layer is better because it does it 4 pixels or 4 voxels at a time, which doesn't seem quite so bad. But this one is a little bit more of a big job. So we'll just do this. I'll make the small one and then I'll make a few things. We'll get that fire going. See you in a minute. Alright, we made ourselves some clay stuff and got to fire it. That glow. The church is definitely coming on. I think chapel seems too small a word for it. Yeah, so we've got our big raw cauldron mould. We've got another raw cauldron mould. We've got 2 unfired saucepans. We've got 2 cooking pots, and because I've never made one before and I want them, oh hello, they can, they actually stack more like that, do they? Okay, well that's interesting. Yeah, I'm not too worried. What can we? We'll go with that. It's less efficient because obviously I could put more stuff in. Should I go with that, or should I? Should I try? Well, let's just throw some. Let's just throw 4 bottles in for starters. I don't know whether these will, just bog standard bottles in clay, nothing fancy, and they're not particularly difficult to make, so we'll just do the old autocraft for now, then duplicate because faster, and then bop. Right, just a stupid question. Can those go and occupy the same block space? They can. Interesting. So that means I should be able to go and make myself a single bottle and a single bottle, and seems a little bit excessive, but you know, I can't see the point in making 2 and then just leaving them sat around unfired, so we'll do it the hard way. Oh, of course, yes. Boop, and then copy. And then run out of clay. Boop. No, okay. Boop, boop, boop. And then if we were to do this as intended, well, the quickest way of doing that is like that, then duplicate, boop. Let's get rid of that. Let's take both of those, put them in here and seal. Grab that, fuel it, light it, and in 12 in-game hours that will be done. But in the meantime, I need to make, so there's certain things you can only make in fire clay, which you can't make in things, and the one we want here is, I need 4 of these, so we are going to put 4 of them down, and then we'll fire these in situ back at the in the new kitchen while that's cooking. So let me get this lot sorted, back in a moo. Alright, well, the moulds are ready. I've inadvertently pulled out my small copper cauldron. I think let me just let me get rid of you before I wander off with you, which is my tendency. Oh, Candy had a cauldron around here. Empty bottles, stuff, bones. I don't know what's happened to the cauldron. It was there. No, anyway, there was a cauldron. I think it was tin bronze. So we got the small cauldron, which there, and then we got the large cauldron, and the moulds appear to be good. So got a few other bits and pieces. We are going to head back down to the desert build, where I will continue getting a little bit of the kitchen build done. See you in a mo. Alright, so the oven are going to go there, neatly under the thing, and you know, that's fine. That's annoying that the chimney protrudes through, but it's not the end of the world. We can run over here and go and grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, only 24, and get those fired. And I'm not going to get this finished today. This is, you know, but I did put into my packy. Oh, I didn't bring any honey. That was a pain. We'll get those on either side. We'll keep these down here. That's fine. And I shall take 2 of those, and that will be my how to light my things stuff. So that's all good. That's the oven's underway. In terms of the rest of this stuff, I brought that because I thought that might look interesting just as an item, just to have there. It doesn't do anything, doesn't have to. I'll pop you in there for now. And I did bring you, which I did want to see if I can do that. Get some candles on that. That should be alright. So, but I can quickly do that, and I can quickly go and do that. I've got loads of wax, so it's not a problem. It's just I don't have it with me. Right, what else? We need some cooking stations on here, and I think what we are going to use, I just need to go up and grab myself a little bit of this, is some of that with a chisel. Just because I think if we come in here and do that along there, and then we chisel, hammer, each of these, and then we come in underneath here. I think I might need to just take one of these out to give myself the angle. Maybe we do a bit of this. Maybe at the back as well. think the plane might have been able to handle this, but it's one of those peculiar little things that I'm still not 100% au fait with. Sometimes it really helps, and other times not so much. So if I were to pop that back, I'm going to just quickly go and grab some stuff, including candles for this, and I also need a little bit of that just to get the fires going. Now I should be able to get those in, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 12, 16. That will allow me to get those set up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now, in terms of, just while I'm on the subject here, so we've got a cooking pot, which is obviously a standard item. We've got a cauldron, which will sit there quite happily. I think we've got the mixing pot, which will go in as well, and we've got the big old cauldron, which can go in there while we're at it. That does not make sense. Let's go over here and swap you out for that and that. So that kind of all makes sense. We've got the big cooking things, little cooking things, all the cooking things you could possibly want in the world. And I've got these. Now these are clay vats, which I'm not entirely sure what you do with those, I'll be honest. Will they double? No, I'll just pop them down like that. We've also got these clay bottles, which we just pop out of the way for the time being. We've got a spare cooking pot and a spare thingy-majig, which, if I remember rightly, I think you just craft that with a stick to get the mixing bowl. Yes, that's all coming back to me now. And I've also got this, which will allow me to drop off other bits and pieces that we might not want to be taking back with us right now. So getting there, let me just go and grab a couple of things, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we've got some bits to sort out, and one bit we need to sort out is I need to copy that, and pantograph that onto everything. And then we're going to take the pantograph, we're going to put you away, we're going to grab our chisel and our hammer, and we are going to come in here, because this will be a lot easier. We're going to grab you, and we are going to add, helps if you have the right things in your inventory. We are going to add some of that, and then we're going to grab that. And just give that a little bit. As if that were coal. It's not ideal because it's not as dark as it looks like it's going to be. But we'll take you and we shall pop that in there. And then we can, oh man, this is awkward. We can do something. Let me do that, and that for now. We can grab our pantograph again, and we can just go and copy that and paste that there. And then we can take this one. We can take this one now. This stuff here is the sludge you get around the hot springs, and I collect a load of it because to me it looks like it's kind of glowing a wee bit more like embers, which means that if I were to go and no, I didn't want to do that. Have we got an undo? Yes, I wanted to copy that one. If I were to then add that in there and put the pantograph on, it just looks a little bit, just a little bit. I mean, you have to stretch your imagination. I'll be honest, but it does look a little bit like. Give me that back. Like they've got fires underneath, or ash, and that one's glowing, and that one's glowing. So that's kind of what I was after, just a little bit of a feel. Right, we are going to pop you away. Well, not. We're going to take you and you. We're going to take you, and we are going to turn you into smooth marble. And then I think we're going to do you. Oh, okay. Same hammer and chisel and you. And then that. So we're going to pop you in with you and you to get those. And I've got enough to make a little bit more should I wish, which we'll leave here. That lot is going to go there, and then what we need to do is decide how we're going to lay out the kitchen, which is going to be a little bit more difficult because I'm not entirely sure what I want to do where yet. But I did bring, let me just pop that away for now, did bring this, which allows me to fill that up and take that out, can be used somewhere else. Perhaps there for now. But that looks alright. If I take that off that slot, that is nicely lit. That's working well. Lovely. So we're getting there steadily. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will this be, but I need to get some tool racks up, some nice tool racks, not manky tool racks. Let's go up here and see what I have got, if anything. Right, how do you make your tool racks? The nice ones. You can't make that one. That looks like you just used two. Okay. And that will make it a nice tool rack. Oh, yeah, okay. Helps if you turn your flight on. And you know, we'll get these up on the wall somewhere. We'll have the various implements of the cooking trade in the up there, but these all need chiseling anyway, so that's probably going to be what I do between episodes, and next episode we shall hopefully be able to finish this off. I'll get some more ideas for what I want to do in here. There's certainly things like let me just go back up, things that we have to put in here that I brought with me, like that and that. We've got plenty of vessels. You know, we're not short of ideas and things to do, just need to do them. More vessels. So, you know, we've got the fruit press, you know, we can pack that down, it's going to look pretty good. Got this, which is a lovely basalt quern, so looks nice. And yeah, let's see how this goes. But for now, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.